Have you ever looked up and realized we've been surviving for so long that we actually forget how to actually live? We wake up every day, we go to work, we pay the bills, we come home tired, we scroll on our phones, and then we go to bed. And that same cycle starts the next day and the next day. And after a while, that routine starts to actually feel normal. But deep down, we know that something's wrong, something is missing. Because life isn't supposed to feel like one long Monday. I think a lot of us aren't lazy, and we're not ungrateful either. We're just exhausted. We've been in survival mode for so long that we don't even know ourselves. We don't even recognize ourselves anymore. So today I want to talk about how we can stop surviving and actually start living and see what living life actually looks like. So tap in. The first point I want to point out is that we have to realize that being busy doesn't mean we're living. As millennials, we wear being busy like a badge of honor. We say, I've been grinding. I've been working nonstop. I've been booked and busy. And that's number one for us. But if we're honest, are we actually living, or are we just staying occupied? Because there is a difference whether you see it. Being busy can still leave you feeling empty. We can have a full calendar and still feel disconnected from ourselves. I realized that just because I was going through the day doesn't mean I was actually enjoying my life. Survival mode makes us think that doing goals is living. It's not. The goal in life is building a life we actually want to live. The second point I want to talk about is we have to stop putting our life on layaway. A lot of us live life like this. I'll be happy when I make more money, or I'll enjoy when I lose weight. I'll travel one day, or I'll start that business eventually. Everything gets pushed back to someday, but someday has a way of never showing up. And suddenly 5 years goes by, 10 years goes by, we get older, we get more tired, and we're still waiting for that someday. Listen, keep your goals, keep growing, and don't postpone your life until someday happens. Enjoy your coffee, take that trip, go watch a sunset, laugh with friends, call your parents, call your loved ones, because these little moments, these little tiny moments, that's what makes life. This is life, honestly. Now, the third point I want to talk about is we have to protect our energy like we protect our money. This one changed everything for me, honestly. We budget our money, but we don't budget our energy. We'll spend hours around negative people, negative mindsets. We'll consume content that stresses us out, depresses us. We'll say things like we don't even want to do. We'll agree to things we don't want to do. And we wonder why we're tired. Our energy is our currency. Our survival mode is where we constantly withdraw and never add anything. We have to protect our peace. Go to the gym, take walks, read, pray, sit in silence. Silence is your friend. Put that phone down. The goal isn't just about making money. It's about having enough energy and enjoy your life that you actually want to live. Protect your peace. Stop treating your life like you're putting on layaway for next time, for tomorrow, maybe someday. Protect yourself. Now, the fourth point I want to make is we have to create something that's ours. I think that one of the reasons why a lot of us feel stuck is that we're putting so much energy in maintaining life and not actually creating one. We manage bills, we manage schedules, we manage responsibilities, but what are we building? Maybe it's a YouTube channel you want to start. Maybe it's a business. Maybe it's writing. Maybe it's just learning a new skill. But what is something special that you want to actually start creating? When we create, we feel alive again because we're no longer reacting to life. We're actually living in it. We're participating in it. We're designing our lives, honestly. And that is the best feeling in the world, is to be a creator and designer of your life. Now, the fifth and final point I want to make is we have to define success for ourselves. Social media will have us thinking that it looks only one way. We have to have a luxury car, a six-figure income, a huge house. And if we don't have any of those, then we're behind in life. We're not succeeding. But what if success is simply waking up with peace, enjoying your time, having time freedom, being healthy, being present with the people you love, your family, your friends? And how enjoyable would that be? We will be so much more peaceful if we stop chasing the definition of success from someone else and define that success for ourselves. Now, to close out this video, I don't want you to think that you have to have a completely different life. I think we can be more present in the life we already have and then start living. Because survival mode will convince you that life starts tomorrow, but Later and tomorrow is never promised. Life is happening right now. It happens in random conversations, in gym sessions, with laughs with the people we love, the little wins that nobody sees, those quiet mornings, that dream that we're building very slowly. That's life. So let's stop putting our lives on pause. Let's stop waiting for permission. Let's stop surviving and start living intentional. Because one day we'll look back and realize we weren't trying to build a perfect life. We were trying to build a life that was meaningful. At the end of every video, I want us to remember that life gets richer when we start pouring into others. So don't chase your blessings. Become one. Peace.
These days. Can't play no game these days. Ask me how did I do it, I grind, I pray. I am under influence, I'm miles away. These days.